It's another day with the physicians where your health is our business.
The growth spurt will end, so you are not going to take some drastic measures. But a 10-year-old coming, pressure is high. But also to know that it's not only when your pressure is high that you have glaucoma.
Sugar, and I don't know about any other one, but what is low?
You're welcome back to the training of your regular program.
So this injury can happen in utero while the child is in the womb. The injury can happen during the process.
Three-quarters of mental health challenges have been established to start before the age of 24. And young girls are more at risk of coming down with mental health challenges. 1/4 of them have self-harm, twice more than the rate that has been established for the young boys. Most of the young women actually have been suffering or actually are exposed or at the risk of coming down with mental health disorders such as depression, anxiety disorders, or even post-traumatic disorders. And it has been established that more will be happening in the course, especially at this period of the pandemic. How is this going to be nipped in the bud? Why are the young women being mostly affected? Why is it on the increase? These and more will be talking on your regular TV health talk show, The Physicians. We'll be discussing women's mental health and its economic importance. It's another day with the physicians where your health is our business. Today we're talking about women's mental health and its economic importance. My name is Dr. Martina Agbere, the regular host on this program. And with me, as usual, is
Dr. Memuna Yusuf Kadri. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Yes, we're going to be talking about mental health, women's mental health and its economic importance. And I'm sure you heard during the introduction what the young ones are now being more affected, and even twice more the rate of the young the boys.
The thing is, when it comes to mental health generally, yes, it's an issue not really talked about, stigma still very high, a taboo. Of course, we still know there are gender differences when it comes to when we have to break it down, maybe to anxiety or depression or substance abuse. So when it comes to depression, women are twice more affected than men worldwide. So it's not irrespective of whether you are a Nigerian or you are an American. Women are twice more, and there are many reasons for that.
Obvious reasons, definitely. Obvious reasons.
Being a woman, our hormonal, makeup, the social role expected from the society, expectations. Women are natural nurturers.
True.
There's so much.
True.
That, we get to.
And I want to relate it to the economic importance. So we know the role of women in the society, and the mental health is actually,
if they're not affected,
yes,
so what happens
to the economy. So the woman is actually good. And I think they also need to know that it's not only when you are an adult that you need to take care of your mental health.
Because from what you said now, from your introduction, 75% of mental illnesses arise before the age of 24. Martina, let's bring in the person.
Well, we'll be back after this short break. Don't go away. Stay tuned. back. If you have just joined us, you're on to your regular program, The Physicians, where your health is our business. Today we'll be discussing women's mental health and its economic importance. With me in the studio, we have Mrs. Bisilola Asenuga. She is the MD, CEO, founder of the Youth Rescue and Care Initiative. Mrs. Hardworking woman, you're welcome to our program.
Thank you, Mom.
Nice having you. We've heard so much about the work you've been doing out there. Amazing work.
Thank you, Mom.
We didn't have a choice than to come running after you, because if you haven't been on The Physicians, it just means that you have not really been heard. Okay, so we're glad to have you here today. So let's give us a general overview. What exactly are you doing? Just tell us more so that they can hear. We have seen. We want your viewers to also hear. Just tell us something about it.
Okay, I'm Bisilola Asenuga. I'm the founder of Youth Rescue and Care Initiative. And people have been asking me, what's the correlation? You are working with women now, and your NGO is Youth Rescue and Care Initiative. Actually, I founded the NGO in 2004. And when I started, it was basically to work with young ones. Because of my experience in secondary school, my school counselor led me to science class. And I didn't really do so well, and all our excuse was you have A's in your subjects. So, and I'm like, okay, no child will go through this. So I started researching on different psychometric tools that can be used to help young ones, and not just that, not just for them to have a good career placement, but for them to be able to do well for themselves in life. So it was really about economic growth for me. So when we started, so based on the research I've done, I started doing stuff with young ones, especially secondary school students in public schools.
Okay, public schools,
So
that's great.
since 2004, that's 17 years. So I've been doing so much with secondary school students, especially in Lagos State. And we reached out to over 20,000 secondary school students all over Nigeria. We've gone to Oyo, Osun, and so on. And while working with these ones, because they are from the low income homes, Oshodi, Isolo, those areas, even this community, this Dara community in Lekki here, you realize that. So it's actually a 1-month program. So when the children come, we have assessment tests given to them. We have sessions for life skills training, leadership skills training. We have academic intervention. We have vocational training, entrepreneurship skills for 1 month, and it's all for free. So while doing that, we realized that bulk of their issues were actually from the home. And they will tell us, Mommy, it's not my fault. Tell my mom. And they will tell, Mommy, yesterday, guess what my father did? My father, I had to go and work because I want to pay for my jam form. My mother kept the money somewhere, and my father went there, took the money, used it took it to the club. And I was like, and this morning he has the guts to tell me to wash his clothes. I can't wash his clothes.
That's the child speaking.
That's the child speaking.
Like standing up for the mom, taking the money in the house to go and do something that.
In fact, the mother eat the money. You know the way this one apartment.
Yeah.
So you have your cooler somewhere, eating somewhere, and the man. I don't know how the man got to know that the poor girl's salary is there, and he went to go and pick the money. And the girl said, I can't wash his clothes. So issues like that, we have issues with the moms, and so I'm like, you know what? We need to reach out to the mothers. And they will say, you even tell them based on who you are, based on your values, blah, blah, blah. We are recommending this career path, and they are still saying, my mommy, my mommy. To people like us that are educated, it's easier. You can go online, you can pick learnings here and there. These ones can't read.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you know what? We need to focus on these women. So it started with, it was during the pandemic. People were just, I don't give food. I don't give food stuff. I don't believe so much in food stuff. So I just believe in giving the students knowledge, giving their parents knowledge. So during the pandemic, I was just there. So many NGOs were just running up and down trying to do something. I don't have to. So instead of that, we're like, okay, can we just do soft skills training for these children? I so much believe in soft skills training. Let's do it for these children online. So we're trying to put them in groups, the ones that we have their parents' phone number, we're training and so on. And after the pandemic, I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's start with these women. So I wrote a book this year, early last year, and I'm a Christian, and after writing the book, I threw it out there for parents, blah blah. And Holy Spirit told me, you are not dealing with the people I've sent you to. That book, I said, yes, people are downloading it for free. How to parent your child? I said, those ones can't read. So you go to the market and get them out.
It's exactly like teach them how to fish,
not
and not give them fish.
Yes. So is that what gave rise to Better Me, Better
Family? Yes. So initially we started by saying, okay, you know what, we just want to give them parenting skills. Let them know how to take care of their children. Let them know how to bond. Let them know how to manage their emotions. In fact, we started by saying we want to bring Harvard to the doorsteps of the market women. That was our slogan. We would teach them how to run their businesses, layman language, teach them, use different songs to teach them self-awareness. So that was what. So we came up with Better Me, Better Family, and our slogan is: if mama get time for picking life go better. So,
which will translate to the economic impact that we're talking
about. So we went to the market, we spoke with, so we picked one community in Alagbole after Ojodu. That's actually like Ogun State now. We're still close to Lagos. So we met with the Yaloja. She gave us access. We spoke in the market. We gathered women the first time. And another thing, without a bait, these women will not come and learn.
Oh. Yeah, I was just
So you have to give something to them.
Yes. So now the hurdle of what do we give to them? Because other people are used to just giving women food. So I'm like, no, I want to train them. And I'm spending 1 year with them in this community. So for once in a month, we'll be with them. We'll keep on training them. We'll be training them. We're doing stuff with them. We couldn't raise funds. At least we need to give them food stuff. We're thinking, okay, we'll have 100 women to start with. And you know when there is free food now,
they will come around.
You know, this thing that you say is actually what has also turned. I'm really excited that we're talking about this, the women's mental health and its economic importance. Because if you listen to what she's saying, you can actually link it to how, even during elections.
You are right.
During elections.
That's our goal now.
Yes, during elections. You must give something, and the moment you give something, they will vote. They don't really care who they are voting for. So this thing you are doing is actually very important. Please ensure that you also let them know that it has nothing to do with money. No matter what you give, vote your conscience. Because if women stand their ground and do not take money and vote wrongly,
we will make a headway.
Yes. We have enough women.
The women we are even raising now, they are fully aware of themselves.
And their potential.
Their potentials. And they will even tell, if I want, one almost 70-year-old woman gave a testimony. We had our 7th edition last month. And she's saying, you know what, before now, I'm just living my life anyhow. Even my children don't even take care of me. But I don't know what you said 1 month that we came home, and I realized that what is my purpose?
Exactly.
She started talking about purpose.
At 70.
At 70. She now said, I think I should know more about God.
See?
I now went to Bible school. I've graduated now.
Wow.
That was the testimony. And you hear something I will say, before, I would just talk to my husband anyhow. And my husband will be like, what will change you? I said, better me, better family. Even their children are coming to say, what's happening there?
What are you doing?
Even in the marketplace, it's...
So, but what do you see when it comes to peculiarities on women's mental health? What are the things, because we are in the field now, what are the common things regarding to their emotions and their mental health?
Bulk of their issue is economic issues. Bulk. We all know that. And I like the way WHO define mental health. It's really about understanding your abilities, taking ownership of it, understanding your weaknesses, taking ownership of it is highly important. Then now, with that knowledge, contributing to society and to the family. So when we started, it was just like we're actually giving them trainings. We had to bring down self-awareness to the level of equating people to animals. If you are behaving this way, you are like a lion. Who is a lion here? I'm a lion. So if anybody says you talk too much, what will you say? I'm a lion. Do you get it? Okay, if you have a child that is behaving this way, we have to give them people that they know. We brought 4 personality types out. We gave them Funke Akindele. Funke Akindele, in that category, we put Sonia Ade. We have Baba Adeboye. We have Fashola. Who has a child that looks like Fashola here? Hi. Have you been listening? So if you... So
identify with
people.
Yes. One of them said, my child, the only thing she knows is this, blah, blah. So that was the first 2 months. It's all about self-awareness. So now that women know their abilities, that I can't market like the other women. So I don't have to envy her.
Exactly.
The next thing to do is to now look inward And that was what gave birth to. We just started with just parenting tools, blah, blah, blah. Now we have to start with vocational training. That if you can't sell well here, then pick a skill.
Sure.
Now we are putting them in clusters. That you can be buying from our tour what this person is selling on your behalf.
Awesome.
You don't have to be the frontliner. We
Awesome.
have different abilities. All of you know your abilities.
Hold it right there. You give them drug, apart from giving them the skills, the
Yes,
knowledge,
the knowledge, yes.
empowering them, you also give them something like medication, okay?
Yes, yes.
When we come back, you tell us how you have been able to sustain that. We'll be back after this short break. Let's keep a date with the physicians and hear from you. Stay tuned.
Mental health, in contrast to the physical health, you understand, has to do with the psychological well-being, health-wise. The factors that really affect the mental state of an individual.
Mental health is a condition that when somebody is not fit to carry out the responsibilities and all that thing that is supposed to do.
The role of women in any society can never be emphasized. So just like we were saying before, we said when you build a woman, you are building a nation. So the role of women, you just cannot quantify it.
Women's mental health is very, very important, because if a woman is not sound, it will affect all the corner, both our family, both our workplace, both everywhere, even our economy.
Welcome back. If you have just joined us, on to a regular program, The Physicians, where your health is our business. We've been talking about women's mental health and women and its economic importance. In the studio with me, we have Mrs. Bisilola Asenuga. She's actually the MD, the founder, the ED, Youth Rescue and Care Initiative. And she's been telling us a whole lot of what she's been doing with these women, empowering them, even to the extent of giving them, putting them in clusters. And she has done so well. Now, she even went as far as telling us that she was giving medications. We want to hear from her. How have you been able to cope? You are giving them medications. Do you have doctors with you? Is it that you take them to hospital, they go to hospitals and they come back? How are you able to manage them? First. And secondly, where is the funding coming from?
I like that. Okay, we don't have any doctor working with us for now. The only organization working with us is Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Yaba.
Okay.
That's the only hospital giving us support. Okay. And we came up with that. It was actually when we realized that they were coming for hypertension drugs, and we had to go back to the drawing board, because we have counselors that comes around every month. After our meetings, I've said, if you have any issues, you have people that you can talk to here, and you seek you. And they will say, hey, my husband, my father, my this, my child, my blah, blah, blah. And so, you know what? Let's give them a tool that will be able, because by the time the women start talking, they will start with husband. You will hear this. You will not be able to probably pick what the real issue is. Yeah. So we came up with a better mood journal. Okay. So this mood journal, we told them, you don't have to know how to read and write. You will see four feelings there. You see somebody happy. And if you can read, we wrote it in pidgin. So we have happy. We have a worry. We have a I dey vex. We have a sad. So just pick the one that describes your mood in the morning. Just tick for us.
Wow.
Then you come here, you see waiting custom. Waiting custom, we call it triggers. So they come and say, oh, money. One of them will even say, will you give us money if I pick money? So we have children, we have health, we have images, they just tick.
So maybe tick all.
Yes, they can as well tick all. So in the evening, you do the same. So after 7 days, we now get, like I was telling Dr. Mimuna before I came up, after 7 days, we give them this image to see. We said this is likely like a summary of your feeling all through the week. Yes. That if you allow sadness to overshadow you, you're going to drown. Imagine a woman saying, all these things they make me tick. I don't tick anything. No. If I wake up like this and they look at, say, I no go die. I no go drown. I no go they think. I no go drown. So they're actually interpreting it in their own way, and it's actually helping them. So we had to come up with this, and it's really helping. So now we can pick. Oh, it's actually your husband. No, it's actually your child's school fees. One woman even said, for the first 2 weeks, can you see? I was happy. Oh, it was when they sent my child home from school. I'm like, okay, what about the public school there? The bike is 200 naira to 200 naira for 400 naira. It's an issue. Okay, ma, you need a job.
Okay, in all this that you are doing, it's like you knowing the symptoms, the diagnosis, about the management. Now you know that the problem is the husband or the child school fees. What is in place?
That's the reason. That's the reason why we're actually raising
creating
awareness that we can't do it alone. Let me even shock you, ma. When I started, a particular organization was ready to sustain the program for 3 months. Then I can't remember what we even asked for was not even up to 1 million. And this guy said he's going to add 1 million to it. The guy sitting on it said, and I will take the bribe. The 1 million from it.
Oh, what? No,
I tell you, I kid you not.
So you sent the proposal. This is the amount.
Yes.
He said, okay, we add additional 1 million.
And
so when the money comes, give me my 1 million.
And then the company wanted to sponsor it for 3 months. So then, you know, the initial idea was just give them full stuff training. So then it was 5,000 naira per woman. So we are looking for 500,000 per month.
And it will add 1 million, so 1.5 million.
The guy said, I've not got anything from this company apart from my salary. So I'm not. You have to give me this money. I said I can't. I don't give bribe. For 17 years I've been doing this. He said,
so how do you get encouraged with,
yes, I have to say that to let you know that even those people out there that you actually think, and the guy was like,
integrity is zero.
No, it's zero. And he was sending different people to me. Talk to her. I said, I don't care.
Because they know that your project is good and it's something that the company is aligned to the company's culture.
Yes, I don't know what he told
Those are the kind of people that will actually force students in school too. I'll give you scores.
Yes. So now we have a Redeemed Church gave us a venue that we are using.
Okay.
So at Alagbole. So and every now and then the gen will be on when we are having the program. And now we have adult education class for the market women.
So gradually it's taking shape.
It's taking shape. So there sometimes, but at times we don't have anything. There was a particular month I couldn't raise anything. So I had to pick from here and there. Give me 10, give me 20. I just bought potato. And the women will be like, we are not here for food.
I was just going to say that because it's part of management. It is all about the monetary reward. It's not about the incentive, it's the impact. So that you don't encourage them like a bribe. No, that really does not work. No. But because whatever you give to them, they retain it and they use. So that should be the driving factor. The force, and not that they are coming because they want to see potato today, tomato tomorrow. They should, you understand?
And right now, what are you doing to sustain it? Because
sustainability is very key.
There's also donors fatigue everywhere, but again, there are still some people that are willing to help.
Yes.
What is your sustainability plan?
Yes, we actually want hectares of land.
Okay.
At least we've trained some of them in backyard farming. And then, so we need hectares of land so that we can be able. So if they are actually getting their food from there and they get their produce from there, they can sell. So by the time they sell, we have something to sustain the project as well. Apart from that, so after we're working with the women, we came up with better meat for teenagers too.
Awesome.
Now this will go around all schools and want to be selling it. We have other programs.
Are you in partnership with government? Have you approached them in any way?
Yes. We are
trying to the public schools you're talking about.
We are trying to reach out to, because we've done so many things with Lagos State government, so we know that by the time this is out, it's not really out. This is just this is like I told, we just got this from the press this afternoon. So we have Mojona for secondary school children, and this particular one is detailed more than this.
Okay.
So this one has meaning of all the triggers, meaning of this, and every day, by the time you tick your trigger and your mood, then you have what you can do to help yourself. Then every week or every 2 weeks, you see your counselor with your mood journal. So
talk to you about.
So we're believing God that with this and with sponsors out there, we'll be able to sustain the project.
Okay, so you have actually done very, very well, and I want to congratulate you for kudos. You are doing very well, and I hope you are able to sustain this. And on the physicians, a lot of people will hear and they will reach out to you. Hopefully, you'll be able to get some more sponsors. And we're talking about the mental health and its economic importance. Any word of advice before we go? Last word for our viewers.
Okay, to the ones that can read and write,
Yes.
seek help.
Good.
Seek help. Don't die in silence. This woman will tell me, hey, my pastor, hello, your pastor. As in, you just need to check your pastor's track record. Is it just about fall down and die? And all the while that you have been doing fall down and die, have you really gotten any help? Do you understand? So seek help when you're feeling somehow. There are so simple things. You can pick them. You are feeling unhappy. You are feeling sad. And it's lingering. You can't help yourself. You can't address it. You seek help.
Thank you very, very much, Bisilola Asenuga. Nice having you on our program, and we really appreciate you for coming and for the good work you're doing. You just keep it up, and Lord will always continue to strengthen you, and I hope that you have more sponsors to pull this project to. Don't give up. Just focus, remain focused, and keep moving on. The women, its importance, and economic importance. All the women, just reach out to them and encourage them. Even the young ones that you're also doing, don't ever give up. Not one should be lost. So our viewers out there, I'm sure you have heard it from her here. She's doing a great job. Try and if you can support. You can always get to the physicians and have a way of reaching out to her. We need to support this project. And mental health challenges we need to normalize this conversation. Everyone, whether you like it or not, at one time or the other, you have suffered from it. It is something that everyone goes through. Even if you're in Nigeria, in Lagos, it's a challenge. My name is Dr. Martina Agbere.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Asenuga. This has been awesome conversation. Of course, when it comes to mental health, I always feel at home, and having more advocates into this field is a big deal for me. My name remains Dr. Memuna Yusuf Kadri, and please kindly follow us on all our various social media platforms. And if you want to be a part of the show, you are just a click away. Till next time, stay blessed.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Zainab Opola. I'm a consultant pediatrician with Massey Street Children's Hospital. Keep watching The Physicians.